Now, foreign ministers from the G20 top economies are meeting in South Africa amid tensions over the Ukraine war.
Now, trade disputes as well, and the absence of U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Now, the two-day talks in Johannesburg are a curtain raiser to the G20 summit in November. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa opened the meeting with a call for cooperation amid geopolitical tensions and rising intolerance. Ramaphosa said geopolitical tensions, rising intolerance, war, climate change, pandemics, and energy and food insecurity threaten an already fragile global coexistence.
Top diplomats from Russia, China, India, as well as European envoys from France and the UK are attending the meeting. But the group's richest member, the US, is only represented by the Deputy Chief of Mission at the American Embassy in Pretoria after Rubio skipped the meeting amid disputes with the host nation. Ramaphosa said Rubio's absence does not amount to a boycott since Washington is represented.
The absence of, some leaders is not the end of the world. As long as the G20 family is able to meet, discuss important issues, and come out with a declaration. And that is what we aim for.
The gathering takes place after Donald Trump's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, where they discuss the war in Ukraine without Kiev or its European allies being present.
As the G20 leaders hold talks in Johannesburg, British Foreign Minister David Lammy has said that he saw no appetite from Russia for peace after listening to his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov talk at a closed-door meeting.
We have not got anywhere near a negotiated settlement. And I have to say, when I listen to what the Russians and what Lavrov has just said in the chamber this afternoon, I don't see an appetite to really get to that peace. And that peace could be achieved by leaving Ukraine tomorrow, just going and letting people get on with their lives and letting them have their sovereignty. We look forward to speaking to President Trump more about this. We're very, very clear. There must be a role for Ukraine. It must be at the heart of these negotiations. Of course they want peace, but they will need security guarantees.
India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has also said that the world expects that parties concerned deal with each other to end the war. In his address during the G20 session on discussion on the global geopolitical situation, Jaishankar said India has long advocated dialogue and diplomacy in Ukraine.
Now, he added that the global geopolitical situation remains difficult by any definition and that the very purpose of a group like G20 is to find common ground and create the basis for collaboration.
Jaishankar met Russia's Sergei Lavrov and discussed recent developments in the Ukraine conflict, including the meeting with Trump in Riyadh. The Indian diplomat also met with counterparts from other nations and called on host President Ramaphosa.